You're watching the Daily Dodge pregame show.
The second game of conference play, an alma mater connection, and another page to be written in a cross-county rivalry. The 2-1 Beaver Dam Golden Beavers play host to a familiar conference foe in the 2-2 Watertown Goslings, and only one can get their first Badger Large victory of the year. Alongside Wally Lukaczynski, I'm Corey Sparks. Welcome to the Beaver Dam High School Fieldhouse as we are live here on Daily Dodge TV. A reminder that winter sports on Daily Dodge TV are brought to you by Napleton 151, JB Mechanical, the U.S. Army Recruiting Center, and Gruber Law Offices. You can make Moraine Park Technical College your first choice for an education tailored to your success and your growth. With campuses in Beaver Dam, Fond du Lac, and West Bend, go on over and visit morainpark.edu/first choice to learn more. Also brought to you today by McKinstry's Home Furnishings, Columbus Family Dental, Hometown Glass and Improvement, Klodowski Real Estate, Slumberland, Pizza Ranch, the Park Village Shopping Center, Richards Insurance, Preferred Dental Partners, Fox Brothers Piggly Wiggly, Air Care, Jerry's BP, Silica for Your Home, the Beaver Dam Unified School District, White Construction, and Spartan Flooring. It is the Goslings and the Golden Beavers for the first of two conference matchups this season as we hit the halfway point here in the month of December. More of the pregame show coming up next. We'll step aside for 4 minutes, and then you will hear from Watertown alum Tim Ladron out of the matchup tonight.
Are you ready for peace of mind? Chad Guzzi here, owner of Air Care in Beaver Dam. If you're tired of unexpected repair bills, you want to sign up for our Total Care plan. It ensures top performance and prolonged life of your heating and air conditioning equipment. Air Care's Total Care customers receive annual inspections as well as a reduced maintenance rate plus a 10% discount on all service repairs. Air Care, big enough to serve you, small enough to care. 920-356-8860.
Your Fox Brothers Piggly Wiggly in Beaver Dam knows that Wisconsinites take tailgating seriously, and they'll help you take it to the next level with their award-winning Fox Brothers brats and everything you need, whether you're at the game or enjoying it at home. Fox Brothers award-winning exclusive recipes use only the highest quality ingredients you'll taste with every bite and every brat. Try their 11 Grand Champion brats and sausages, including their pre-cooked Fox Brothers original brats, spicy Southwest chicken brats, and Philly cheese brats. Check them out online at foxbrospigglywiggly.com.
Cheer. Now cheer louder. Any accomplishment worth doing is worth doing with all your heart and soul. The entire team at Hometown Glass and Improvement knows that dedication, time, and respect can lead to greatness. When practicing free throws, running for a touchdown, or installing new windows and doors, it is commitment to something larger than oneself that creates a legacy. So keep cheering for your hometown team. Hometown Glass and Improvement online at hometownglass.com.
Jerry's Automotive in Beaver Dam is a champion of our local schools. Team up with Jerry's Automotive by pumping your gas at their Spirit Pump, where 2 cents of every gallon is donated to a local school each month. Jerry's Automotive also provides exceptional vehicle service and repairs and a great selection of convenience items. Visit Jerry's Automotive Center WI.com and on Facebook. Jerry's Automotive, 700 North Spring Street in Beaver Dam, across the street from Beaver Dam Food Pride.
The gang's all here.
Chris,
Adam, and Abby Klodowski, here to say Klodowski Real Estate is honored and grateful to have been voted Dodge County's best real estate firm, best realtor, and favorite realtor for 2024.
We love living and working in Dodge County, all of the wonderful people we serve, and the opportunity to give back to our community.
Thank you, Dodge County. Thank you.
Klodowski Real Estate, your trusted real estate advisors.
Are you ready to score big on home comfort? Cheer on our area athletes with McKinstry's Home Furnishings. From plush recliners to luxurious sofas, stylish bedroom sets to cozy area rugs, and all the accessories you need to make your home a winner. Whether you're outfitting your man cave or upgrading your living room with MVP style, McKinstry's has you covered. Game on with McKinstry's Home Furnishings, where winning starts at home.
Year after year, McKinstry's. When it comes to a winning lineup, turn to the selection of new and pre-owned vehicles at Napleton GM in Beaver Dam. Their team goes the extra mile to provide a winning experience, from hassle-free financing options to exceptional customer service. It's like having a dedicated cheering section cheering you on in every step of the vehicle purchase. Give the team at Napleton GM in Beaver Dam a call at 920-885-3301 or visit napleton151.com and find new roads with their winning inventory.
There's power in your smile. It can make or break a day, start a conversation, even double a dose of courage. Columbus Family Dental is committed to protecting your grin ear to ear. Young and old, orthodontics to cosmetics, we're here to make it that much easier to share your smile. Columbus Family Dental, now accepting every kind of smile.
The winter weather can play havoc on your hands and hair. Fear not, the folks at Wonder Nails and Spa has just a ticket for you. Call 887-4374 and let them pamper you. Let them chase away those winter blues. Let's talk hair. Long, beautiful hair, shining, Whoa, I digress. The team of cost cutters will put a shimmer and shine to your mood, and their retail products are the best in the business. Call 885-0437 today. That's why you hear everyone say, I shop Park Village Shopping Center, and you should too.
Here at Pizza Ranch, we'd like to thank our Swedish friends for bringing the buffet to America. They called it the smorgasbord, but it was a success anyway. So we started our own buffet and loaded it up with pizza, chicken, sides, salads, and cactus bread. And you can even request any pizza you want anytime you visit. We call it Buffet Your Way, because smorgasbord your way, well, that doesn't rhyme at all. Pizza Ranch.
Check out your local Pizza Ranch in Beaver Dam, Watertown, or Waupun, or check out pizzaranch.com.
Did you know that each person's teeth are as unique as their fingerprints? That's why at Preferred Dental Partners, we don't take a one-size-fits-all approach. Preferred Dental Partners takes the time to customize each person's treatment plan to fit their personal needs and offer options to help them achieve their dental health goals. So whether your dental needs are few or many, give Preferred Dental Partners a call at either our Horicon or Beaver Dam location to set up your appointment to create your own personalized care plan with our amazing team.
American drivers overpay an average of $368 per year on their auto insurance. Why? Because, well, insurance is hard. It's complicated. It's time-consuming to get quotes from multiple companies, so we overpay. Or we call Richards Insurance in Beaver Dam. Make one call and receive a quote from a great company like Auto Owners Insurance. The team at Richards Insurance will literally do all the work for you. So if you could be saving money each month with an Auto Owners Insurance policy, you'll know about it. How much will you save with Richards Insurance? To find out, call Richards Insurance or stop in at 123 North Spring Street, downtown Beaver Dam. With offices in Columbus, Watertown, West Bend, and Oshkosh. With over 50 employees and hundreds of years insurance experience across 5 offices, you'll get full-service counseling with no obligation. Your auto owner's insurance carrier is Richards Insurance in Beaver Dam. Call 887-1615.
We'll be there with you. Richards Insurance of Beaver Dam.
Hey, it's Stacy with Slumberland, Beaver Dam in Watertown. Stop in and see everything that our store has to offer. We built it just for you. We have mattresses, box springs, power bases, bedroom sets, furniture, living room sets, dining sets, everything that you would need to complete your entire home. We've got our interest-free financing and a really great local staff here to help you. So you've got all local people here to help you out from start to finish for anything that you would need. So stop in, shop local, and save big with us.
The Spartans have arrived. Spartan Flooring is here to serve with prices from another time. Get the lowest prices anywhere on name brand carpet and LVP. Save hundreds or more per room without sacrificing the quality. Spartan Flooring makes designing easy with a carefully curated selection tailored to local paint colors and wood stains. Whether you're sprucing up a house to sell or settling in for the next 20 years, get the best prices in town. Call, text, or email to schedule a free, no-cost, no-obligation measurement and assessment. Visit SpartanFloorings.com and prepare to be floored.
White Construction is cheering on our student athletes in the community, and they want you on their winning team too. They're expanding and looking for passionate individuals who want to build their future as a team. Join a company that values teamwork, excellence, and community spirit. They're now hiring for multiple positions around Wisconsin, including general labor, fieldwork, and heavy equipment operators. Visit congruix.com to apply today and step up to the plate with White Construction. Let's build something great together.
You're watching the Daily Dodge Pregame Show.
We welcome you back to the Beaver Dam High School Fieldhouse for Watertown and Beaver Dam High School boys basketball here on Daily Dodge TV. A reminder that you can make Moraine Park Technical College your first choice for an education tailored to your success and your growth. With campuses in Beaver Dam, Fond du Lac, and West Bend, you can visit morainepark.edu/first choice. Alongside Wally Lukaczynski, I'm Corey Sparks. We're about 3 minutes and some change away from tip-off here. Wally, before we talk about the varsity game, the JV game went to triple overtime.
Yeah, you and I, we kind of jinxed it ourselves a little bit because, we sit here, it's a 3-point game, 3 seconds left in regulation. You and I are like, no way, it goes overtime. Bang. All right, we get in overtime. What happens? All right, well, at least you know it won't go to double. We'll get started after that. We were this close to jinxing this going into triple.
Yeah, we were on the brink of that. It came down to a one-possession game, so safe to say the future is not only bright for both of these programs, but we'll probably be in for some more closely contested battles. And that's where I want to start, Wally. Closely contested battles. Beaver Dam has played 3 games. They are 2-1. They haven't seen one yet. Their margin of victory is +24, +69 against Milwaukee Lifelong Learning. And then they got blown out by Fort Atkinson in the conference opener, -31. They haven't really been in a closely contested ball game yet.
No, they haven't, and figuring that this is a rivalry game, we just got to see the JV squad in one. I think we're going to have a very contested, a very emotional game, so it's a probably good test for Coach Ladron's squad to actually get involved with some of these as they're getting into conference play.
We'll get into the connections between Coach Ladron and this Watertown Goslings program. He has plenty of them. Watertown's coming off a 73-63 defeat to Monona Grove. And speaking of overtime, that one went into double overtime as well. So while Beaver Dam, at least the varsity squad, hasn't been in a whole lot of closely contested battles, Watertown cannot say the same. The majority of their contests have been determined by 15 or less points. We'll step aside for 90 more seconds, and then it's time for Beaver Dam boys basketball against Watertown on Daily Dodge TV.
Play garage music. Silica can make any home a smart home. Whole home wiring, speakers, and smart control make your home an oasis that anticipates your every need. Whether you're seeking comfort, entertainment, peace of mind, inspiration, or just a moment of tranquility. Existing or new construction, Silica has the skill to make any home a smart home. Silica for your home.
Are you ready for peace of mind? Chad Guzzi here, owner of Air Care in Beaver Dam. If you're tired of unexpected repair bills, you want to sign up for our Total Care plan. It ensures top performance and prolonged life of your heating and air conditioning equipment. Air Care's Total Care customers receive annual inspections as well as a reduced maintenance rate plus a 10% discount on all service repairs. Air Care, big enough to serve you, small enough to care. 920-356-8860.
There's power in your smile. It can make or break a day, start a conversation, even double a dose of courage. Columbus Family Dental is committed to protecting your grin ear to ear. Young and old, orthodontics to cosmetics, we're here to make it that much easier to share your smile. Columbus Family Dental, now accepting every kind of smile.
The national anthem here at the BDHS Fieldhouse. It is Beaver Dam and Watertown, a rivalry that feels as old as time. These two teams separated by just about 20-25 miles, and lots of connections between the two squads. We will go over starting lineups here on Daily Dodge TV. First, for the visiting Watertown Goslings, stepping in at 0-1 in conference play, number 059 sophomore guard McAllister Hayes. Then it's number 1A 6'2" senior guard Brett Schwefel. Brett is the leading scorer on this team, stepping in with 14 points per game, led this team with 16 points per contest last year. And the last time Watertown took down Beaver Dam, almost 2 years ago, he had 25. Number 3, a 5'11" senior guard, one of two brothers in Jacob Hurchin, and his brother right behind him, number 5, a 5'11" senior guard, Calvin Hurchin. Rounding it out for Watertown, it is number 15, a 6'5", and the tallest player on this team, a senior post-up, and that is Braden Schmidt. Watertown is 2-2 overall and led out there by third-year head coach Chad Hayes, who has plenty of respect for what Beaver Dam has built here, but he's excited about a lineup that has 6 seniors out of the 11 on the active roster. We now look over at Beaver Dam. They're led out there by number 4, a 6'3" junior guard, E.J. Solitel. 84 career three-pointers made, including 63, a team best by a wide margin last year. Number 5, a 6' junior guard, Parker Blank, coming off a career-high 24-point performance in the season opener against New Richmond. Number 13, one of two seniors on this team, a 5'9" senior guard, Parker Stobie. Number 14, a 6'4" sophomore guard and a transfer from Dodgeland, where he had 21 points per game as a freshman. That is Isaiah Younger. And lastly, the 6'1" senior guard, number 20, Jeffrey Freund, first-team all-conference wide receiver for the football team. And Wally, the one who is closest on this team to being able to dunk, I've heard.
Oh, my gosh. Every time we watch these pre-games, he's out here, and it's like, what, heads at the rim? I have no idea how this guy's so athletic.
Both teams meeting in the middle. Beaver Dam, white tops, white bottoms, green lettering and numbering, gold outline. Watertown, black tops, black bottoms, a blue and white stripe down the left and right sides, and baby blue lettering and numbering. Beaver Dam will go right to left, left to right will be Watertown for half number 1, and the rivalry continues here from the BDHS Fieldhouse. The Golden Beavers scored 195 points through the first 2 games of this season, 97.5, and they had the largest margin of victory in program history a couple of weeks ago against Milwaukee Lifelong Learning. Then they opened up the conference play against Fort Atkinson and only put up 40. This team shoots the 3 ball 31 times per game to Watertown's 28. Both of these teams rely on their perimeter game from time to time. Salatel, left wing three, drains it.
Better call Salatel.
You're going to be saying that a lot today. There is three-pointer number 85 of the career for E.J. Salatel, his 10th of the season, 3-0 Beaver Dam.
Yeah, bear with me, guys. I'm doing camera today, so you're not going to get me talking as much as usual. I'm just kind of trying not to fall apart on you, Corey.
You're doing a great job. Apologies on the technical difficulties with the interview pregame as well. We're figuring things out here. Braden Schmidt, the lengthy senior post, goes up for two, uses the glass, and it's 3-2.
Let's not lie to ourselves. I'm doing camera. We know where the technical difficulties came from.
Salatel invades the paint, trying to get his team's first five. Cannot do so. And here comes Schwefel and the Goslings with tempo. Draws the foul on the way up, and he will go to the line for two. Brett Schwefel, leading returning scorer on this team and leading scorer this year. He's also the best facilitator, 5 assists per game. Does a little bit of everything for him.
You talked about it pregame. I know that the wins haven't been there yet, but you're starting to really see the image here that Chad Hayes sees for this club. 2-2 right now, very easily could be 4-0. All these games, to your point, have been very, very tight.
This team's looking for their first conference win in a while. They almost had it on Tuesday. They took Monona Grove to overtime as Schwefel drills both free throws in, gives Watertown their first lead of the evening, a minute 15 in. They took Monona Grove to overtime, and similar to what happened with the Beaver Dam girls team against Oregon, this squad was down 15 with a handful of minutes to go, pushed that game all the way to overtime and just ran out of gas. Inside to Salatel, back out to Younger, who averaged 21 points per game for Dodgeland last year. Cracking into the starting lineup as an underclassman. Back over to one of the two seniors on this team in Stovey. Vet to underclassman, and now near side to Salatel. Can he stay hot? Woo! Oh, he sure can! 2 triples for EJ, and it's 6-4, 2 minutes in.
Yeah, to your point, we kind of got that, battle of experience versus battle of youth on the Beaver Dam side. It'll be interesting to see who is going to be able to come up bigger on that front.
And it's a stalemate so far as Jacob Hurchin invades the paint. It's 2 apiece for Hurchin, Schwefel, and Schmidt. Light press on here from the Goslings. Now, Coach Hayes, I had the chance to talk to him right before this year's Slam at the Dam and before this game, and he said he really feels like this program is rising in the right direction. 6 seniors out of the 11 on here, and he feels like they're all going in the same direction, which hasn't always been the case.
No, it's a cohesive unit. You can tell that this team is very close. Hopefully, for their sake, they're able to keep this momentum up. 2-2, like I said, that overtime game and then that Waupun game that you were calling about 2 weeks ago was a tight contest until about 3 or 4 minutes left.
And one of the big reasons why they've been so successful, the man who just had the ball there was camping on the left wing. McAllister Hayes had 7 points per game in just 12 minutes of action in each contest. He gets the ball back and is matched up with Stovey. Now looking inside to one of the Hurchin brothers. Back outside to Calvin. 3 minutes gone, all knotted up at 6. 3 ball on the way, and it swirls down. Calvin Hurchin with his first triple of the evening. He's good for 13 and 10 per game early on this season. 3-point lead for Watertown. Younger thought about a triple response on the far side, and it's not going to come from him, but it will come from Parker Blank.
It's crazy to see how different high school basketball is now versus even 15 years ago. You said it, 28 3 attempts per game for Watertown, 31 for Beaver Dam. It's a different sport nowadays.
These two teams chuck it, and Parker Blank has really developed offensively the last year and a half. Coach Ladron said he's always been a solid defender. It's one of the reasons he got some early varsity minutes, as we've got a foul on the floor. But he said he has really developed as a scorer. He's become a lot more aggressive. He's a kick returner for the football team, too, so when he goes downhill, he's a threat. 15.3 points per game through 3 contests for Parker, as Watertown holds onto the ball on the far side with 14:11 to play. You start to look around at this team, Wally. Lots of different options. E.J. Salatel's averaging 19 a game. Parker Blank's got 15 a game. Stovey's got 10 a game. Younger's coming over after averaging over 20 a game for Dodgeland. Scoring options all over the place. A steal here, and here come the Golden Beavers. Speaking of Blank downhill, he does just that. Back out to Jackson Ladron, who just checked in. Looks inside for Younger, who's fouled on the floor. Team lost a couple starters from last year. Cameron Mendoza, Jack Jens. Of course, JT Call, who was first team all-conference, playing for Edgewood College now. Blank thought about a three, now looks inside. Younger, hook shot, friendly roll. Younger, the third Golden Beaver to get on the scoreboard early in this one. Hurchin fakes the top of the key three, got his defender up in the air. And a travel called on Braden Schmidt. He shuffled the feet before he ditched the basketball.
Something that's just been so fun this year watching this Beaver Dam team. All these games are track meets. You just see it up and down. It's just such a well-conditioned group. I guess that's what the game plan is. As a smaller team, understand that they're going to have to just wear teams down in that conditioning department.
That's exactly what Tim Ladron had told me a couple of days ago. As I said, you've gone a few years without starting someone over 6'3". How do you combat some of these larger teams? He said, we have to be the first ones on the ground, scrapping for a loose ball, and that is this team's identity. Work hard and kind of just, like you said, Wally, get in track meets and tire other teams out. Blank from the far side. Off back rim. Ladron long rebound. Back out to Salatel for his third triple, and he airballs it. Freund, a 180 save, but he flips it back over to the Goslings, who have a fast break opportunity. Glassed on the other end. Younger using the length. There's one of those traps in the near corner. I asked Coach Hayes what makes this year's Beaver Dam team so dangerous. He said what he's noticed about them, at least, is that they trap early and often. We saw one there.
Well, and I was a little surprised there. I mean, I know you're in that trap. I would have thought you call a timeout instead of try to get that little bounce off the opponent's leg. I think it went off Jeffrey Freund's foot. Almost got out of the way in time. It's just a little surprising that they're willing to do that this early.
I guess trying to preserve those timeouts. Hayes, top of the key, swings back over to Landon Washidas. Washidas goes baseline, draws a couple, back out to Schwefel, the team's leading scorer. Coming off a career-high 31-point performance. Out to Hayes, uses the glass, it's too much. And here come the Golden Beavers. Salatel to Younger, wide open. Off front iron. With 12:10 to play. Maybe too early to say something like this, but kind of a lower scoring game, at least for what Beaver Dam has been used to the first couple of games.
You're going to get that with rivalry games. You can tell it's physical early. I know they're playing fast, but those emotions are high, nerves are high. It takes a little bit of time to settle in.
I like the Watertown jerseys. I like both of them, to be honest. JV team was out there in the baby blues earlier. Got the all-black look going on here.
Yeah, it's something about the black with that like blue number, the baby blue, Carolina blue. It just pops.
A lob look inside, and not enough on the put-up. Here comes EJ. Into transition, looks near side, and back out to Salatel. Second team All-Badger large as a sophomore. Ladron for three. Rattles in and out, and back in.
Wow.
There's a friendly roll. Hit every part of the rim and then collapsed down.
The thing almost went straight up in the air and just felt like a teardrop right through the cylinder.
Ladron was the lead man on the JV team last year as a freshman, worked his way into varsity minutes back end of the year as Watertown cannot convert on the other end. Beaver Dam with their best lead yet, 5 points. Head fake underneath, Krasinski kicks out. 3 ball. And a foul called as the shot was unleashed by Isaiah Younger.
Bear with me, guys. I'm trying to get better with this camera thing.
You're doing
I was going to say, I was good until that last little exchange, that pass under the basket. You guys didn't get to see it. It was a good pass, though. I saw it.
Baseline inbound pass coming from Ladron, who just drilled a triple on the last possession. Looks near side to Stobie. Off front iron. 7 minutes gone. Beaver Dam 14, Watertown 9 early here. A look inside for Schwefel, trying to use his size on Krasinski. Help defense from Salatel. Back out for three. They cannot make him pay. Just too short on the attempt, and Ladron going forward with a full head of steam. Far side, Krasinski from three. In and out. Both teams with decent looks these last couple of possessions. A step back from Hayes. He looks to Schwefel, who nearly got trapped in the corner again. It's a Beaver Dam team that's used to playing squads that have some length and size on them. Hayes from three, too much from a southpaw. Rebound Salatel, who usually operates as the team point guard, and he leads the team in rebounds. Ladron from three again. Jackson Ladron 2 for 2 from beyond the arc. Jackson is 5 of 8 from 3 to start the season.
You'll take that.
Yeah, not too bad. 2 for 2 today. That's kind of been his MO. His first career points at the varsity level as a freshman were in a blowout win at the Slam at the Dam last year. He scored 9. All 3 of them were triples. Travel out, go the other way. Frustration starting to set in.
And an opportunity, too, for Beaver Dam. Extend this to double digits here. Just about 8 minutes into this game. You can play your game then at that point. Play your track meet. Worry about being a pressing team, getting a little bit of pressure, making Watertown uncomfortable. Opportunity here.
And now Watertown's trying to apply a little bit of that pressure as Ladrin goes back to the center to Freund. Spacing has been everything for this team. Beaver Dam dissecting that defense but cannot finish on the layup. And that was one of the big points of emphasis for Coach Ladrin this past game. And McAllister Hayes just got teed up. The play was blown dead and he smacked the ball down onto the hardwood and got teed up immediately after. You can see that wasn't really directed at anybody. He actually tapped Freund on the back after the play as if to say, way to play hard on that. But the officials did not like the pounding of the basketball into the ground.
And immediately saw the students over here getting pretty excited to get back at it.
Good for them coming out on a Saturday.
No kidding. Army-Navy game going on. Let's get out here for the Beaver Dam game.
Stovey, the selected man to take the free throws as he sinks the first one. And the second. Those are his first 2 attempts of the year from the charity stripe. And Beaver Dam has an early double-digit lead, 19-9. The Tech zones 2 free throws and the ball with 9:45 to play here in the first half.
Potentially could get a 6-point swing on that.
Which would be huge.
No, Coach Hayes is just going to sit him down over there. You understand that he's emotional right now. It's a frustration play, but got to be smarter in that situation. Don't give the ref any opportunity to call something like that.
And Watertown's given a break there as Ladrin thought about a 3 and then shuffled his feet before he kicked the pass back out. The Goslings take back over. 1-1 away from their court this year. Out to Hurchin, who looks to Schwefel. His matchup has been Stovey the last couple of possessions. Early gut check for the Goslings. Far side 3, off the mark. Look ahead to Stovey, back to Blank from 3. He flattens it. 22-9. Beaver Dam living and dying by the 3 ball early on with 9:06 to play. 30-second break. We'll take it here on Daily Dodge TV.
The gang's all here.
Chris,
Adam,
and Abby Klodowski, here to say Klodowski Real Estate is honored and grateful to have been voted Dodge County's best real estate firm, best realtor, and favorite realtor for 2024.
We love living and working in Dodge County, all of the wonderful people we serve, and the opportunity to give back to our community.
Thank you, Dodge County. Thank you.
Klodowski Real Estate, your trusted real estate advisors.
We welcome you back to the Beaver Dam High School Fieldhouse. The Golden Beavers defending their home court effectively so far, up 22-9 with 9:06 to play. Here's one of 6 seniors on this Watertown team in Jacob Hurchin, dishing to his left over to Schwefel. His team just looking to stifle this Beaver Dam run. They were up early, 4-3. Baseline jumper is no good. And here come the Golden Beavers. Another 3. And it's cash. Parker Blank.
When this team gets hot, it's really fun to watch. They can score 15, 20 points in nothing more than 2-3 minutes.
They had 11 just 3 minutes ago. That's 14 in that span. Long rebound, and here come the Golden Beavers in transition. Stovey draws the reach. And Blank's got 9, Salatel with 6, Ladrin with 6. All of those points from those 3 players are via the triple. Salatel will toss the pass in. You're seeing just how well-rounded this squad is early on. And a good sign for the future. Over 85% of their points have come from non-seniors. Freund and Stobie are the two lone seniors, and they've had their effect on this team. But this squad is so deep when you look at the juniors, even the underclassmen who are getting involved, like Isaiah Younger. Top of the key three, off back iron, they cool off. But long rebound by Parker Blank, who works baseline, and he's fouled before he steps on it. Went to kick that ball to the corner, stepped on the baseline, but they're saying contact was made first. It is 25-9 with 7:54 to play here in the first half.
An important stretch here for Watertown. They really can't afford to let this get any wider of a margin at this point. They're not really built to come back in games like that. I know they shoot a lot of threes, but the way this Beaver Dam team plays, being up 16 here, it's kind of the danger area.
6 fouls for Watertown, too, flirting with the bonus as we still have over 7.5 minutes to play. Another travel. They've been calling that a lot today. Off the shot, little jab step, and Blank caught shuffling. That's the fun part of a rivalry like this is both of the student sections are coming out.
After every play, they're standing up, looking at each other, just combating each other. There you got the "you can't do that" chance from Watertown. You get the scoreboard chance from Beaver Dam.
And then
I love rivalry bet.
They just shot the silent fox back at him. Hurchin with 2 more as Watertown gets into the double digits. Younger from 3. Oh, my. They've had a response every time today, 28-11. Watertown looking for an answer of their own. They'll have 2 chances to get it. Schweifel, top of the key, loses the ball. Here comes Stobie in transition. 1-on-1. Ball is picked free off of Hurchin last. It's here at home for the Golden Beavers, and then they embark on a 4-game road trip that starts at Kettle Moraine Lutheran on Tuesday. Blank thought about a 3, and you're starting to see that guard play respect Beaver Dam a lot more from deep. That pops off front iron for Younger. 17-point deficit. This team came back from behind 15 in the second half against Monona Grove. If nothing else, they've got fight in them. Schmidt, holding his nose, kicks out for a 3.
I couldn't tell looking at the camera there, but he looked like he had some
Cameron
contact to the
Krantz
face.
Drills it. And the lead's back down to 14 with 6:20 to play. Stobie, hard left-hand dribble, back to Younger. Little give and go between 13 and 14. Salatel, the point guard, posting up, and he loses the basketball. Hurchin rips it free. A rare turnover for Beaver Dam. They're turning it over just 9.7 times per game. And Watertown does the exact same. Good sportsmanship for Parker Blank on the other end. Just south of 6 minutes to play. 5:50 as Stobie crosses the timeline and goes out to Blank. A give and go between Blank and Salatel. Accounting for 34 of this team's points. Teardropper does not go. And here come the Goslings with tempo, trying to claw back here and make this a manageable game going into halftime. Schweifel hits the deck hard, no foul. And it's off of Watertown. .5:30 to play. Here come the Golden Beavers. They've doubled up Watertown. Blank baseline. Far corner for Salatel. Yes, sir. EJ with his 3rd triple of the day. He's got 9. Coach Ladron said it's really one of the bigger differences for this team this year is the larger responsibility that Salatel's had with JT Call being lost to graduation, one of the 2 all-conference players to come back or I should say the only of the 2 conference players to come back, is Salatel. And he said, frankly, he's going to be handling the ball a lot more. Needs the handles to be tight, needs EJ to take care of the basketball since he's responsible for bringing it across the line more time than anybody else. And so far, so good. He's been sinking the triple. 5 minutes to play. It's 31-14. Kranz goes inside, switches hands midair, and that's off the mark. Ladrin tried to get the long rebound and stepped out of bounds in the process.
Yeah, ball just hit that baseline barely right before, but opportunity for Watertown now. Close in a little bit. Like you said, they came back from 15 down against Monona Grove to force overtime. Still in that range here. There's still plenty of time. Got to keep playing your game.
They've got 3 double-digit threats as well. Schwefel with 14 a game. Oh! Braden Schmidt went up and came down to dunk it. Didn't have the basketball.
That's a vert right there.
If you're looking for a momentum shifter, number 15 might have it for him. He'll go to the line to shoot too, although he wanted 2 points in a different form. First free throw is up, and it hangs off the front of the rim. He'll try and go 1 for 2. Was wondering if he'd be a matchup nightmare, or at least one of the mismatches that Watertown could use against a smaller Beaver Dam team. Watertown's not a very large team either, but Schmidt is the tallest player on this squad at 6'5", and he just showed us he's not a waste of height.
No, and you can see even just looking at him, long arms. That wingspan is just massive. No surprise he's able to get up there.
He's struggled from the line so far this year, though, 52%, and he goes 0 for 2 there. 4:40 to play. Beaver Dam's up 31-14. Both teams looking for conference win number 1 in their second try. Top of the key, that was Eli Johnson who just checked in. 6'2" junior forward. And a push called on the Goslings. That'll be foul number 7. And Hayes has to be careful. He's already been teed up once. Beaver Dam will have a 1-and-1 scenario here as Ladrin goes to the line. He's got 6 so far today via 2 triples. And he sinks the first free throw. Ladrin up to 7, already 2 short of his career high.
Ooh, big
Younger
board.
Offensive rebound. Can't get it to go. Good second chance points for, again, a smaller team, though.
I think he had more time than he realized and just quickly threw that up almost as if he was playing tip.
And here come the Goslings down the other way. Jacob Hurchin up to a team-high 6. Brett Schwefel, the leading scorer for this team, has been held to just 2 so far. We have exactly 4 minutes to play in half number 1. Beaver Dam has Watertown doubled up. That ball nearly picked free. It was touched by Schwefel, so no over and back. Seeing more of the version of this Beaver Dam team we saw in the first 2 games, as opposed to game number 3 where they were held to 40. Salatel, mid-range, pure.
I miss those deep 2s, man. I love that shot when it goes in.
First shot that Salatel's made today that hasn't been from beyond the arc as he has 11. Some miscommunication, another costly turnover, and here comes Beaver Dam.
Those just don't exist anymore. Everything's either in the paint or way on the outside. Taking that, couple steps inside. Typically, you're going to have space from there.
I was going to say, the mid-range is usually open now because it is underutilized. 3:20 to play. Beaver Dam up 18. Ladrin works through a couple defenders. Look inside for Younger. Tough shot, can't get it. Rebound Watertown. But before they can corral it, the ball went out of play, so they'll take over possession.
It was a fantastic pass by Salatel to get that inside, just unable to finish there.
4 assists a game for EJ as well. Just behind Stobie in the assist category. He has just over 5. Watertown has had a promising start to the year, but if you want to nitpick the 2-2 start, they have allowed more and more points in each game this season. Allowed 49 in the opener against Sauk Prairie. Allowed 61 to Waupun, allowed 62 to Monona Grove. Or to McFarland, excuse me, and then 73 to Monona Grove. First free throw is up and through. And Hurchin goes 2 for 2.
Oh, I think they called a lane violation. They're not going to count that free throw.
He's got 8. Officials wanted to make a lane violation call there, but as soon as the ball hits the rim, it's fair game. 3:06 to play. Odd little sequence there. Beaver Dam's up 16.
Yeah, first they waved it off, and next time you see him go over there, say count it, to your point.
Yeah.
Very weird sequence.
Stobie orchestrates the offense and goes far side to Younger. The pass intended for Freund is pushed away, but he goes to retrieve it. A single finger pointed to the air from Ladrin. The play call is one as Salatel spins in. A look for Stobie, and he puts it home. Parker Stobie's first 2 points of the evening. He's been quiet but effective.
Doing a lot of things that don't show up in the stat book right now, to your point. He's been one of those heart and soul players on this team.
Hurchin, couple jab steps from the top of the key. Looks for Schwefel trying to get hot. That's in and out. Jeffrey Freund muscles that one away. With 2:12 to play, Beaver Dam trying to stretch this lead as much as they can going into the break.
And there's where that vert comes in handy that we've been talking about, going up and coming down with that strong.
Younger takes a high screen. And looking to see who the call is on. Salatel's hoping it's not a moving screen on him. And it's not. (36-18) with exactly 2 minutes to play.
And Coach Ladrin's not going to be happy about that. Committing a foul literally underneath your opponent's basket while you're in the bonus, less than 2 minutes left. Can't really afford to give them these free throws, free points at this point when they're up 18.
Braden Schmidt's going to go to the line and try and trim this lead down. Got to think if Watertown can make this a 12, 10-point game going into the break. That first free throw attempt is off. Schmidt gets his own rebound, draws the foul, and one. And he'll get a little redemption chance here. Another free throw attempt off back iron for Schmidt. Out to Schwefel for 3. Can't get it. Kranz retrieves it.
That close to turning into a 5-point possession while racking up 2 fouls on Beaver Dam.
And they've still got possession. Schmidt
4
goes
points.
in, gets it to go. And Coach Ladrin's going to call a timeout and talk this one over with his team. Far too many opportunities for Watertown. They have trimmed the lead to 14. We'll step aside for a 30-second break here on Daily Dodge TV.
Here at Pizza Ranch, we'd like to thank our Swedish friends for bringing the buffet to America. They called it the Smorgasbord, but it was a success anyway. So we started our own buffet and loaded it up with pizza, chicken, sides, salads, and cactus bread. And you can even request any pizza you want anytime you visit. We call it Buffet Your Way, because Smorgasbord your way, well, that doesn't rhyme at all. Pizza Ranch.
Check out your local Pizza Ranch in Beaver Dam, Watertown, or Waupun, or check out pizzaranch.com.
1:42 to play here in the first half. Beaver Dam's up 36-22, and they've got the basketball. But a nice little 4-point sequence there for Braden Schmidt to make this one feel a little more manageable approaching the break. Ladrin from way downtown. Oh, my.
Good. Deserved.
And that's how you get your career high in just the first half. His previous career high was actually his varsity debut, the 9-point performance against Madison West at the second annual 1430 ESPN Beaver Dam Slam at the Dam. He's got 10 here in the first half, and he wrestles another rebound away. 60 seconds to play. Beaver Dam approaching the 40 mark. Salatel fakes from the outside, goes in.
Ooh, and a warning.
For a flop.
Yeah. Trying to sell the charge there. Ref wasn't buying it.
Now, EJ doing everything he can as he went down the lane and went baseline to avoid the defender.
Better call Salatel. Let's go.
He's got a team best 13, followed up by Ladrin, who has 10. Jackson Ladrin had 11 points in the first 3 games combined coming into today. Head fake from Kranz. And a foul called as Stobie tried to draw the jump with 37.6 points to play, or seconds to play. Cameron Kranz goes back to the charity stripe. He's got 3 already.
Finish strong here. Both coaches want to say, hey, you know, Watertown, try to pull this within 16, 17 points. Feel like you still have a real competitive chance in the second half for your Beaver Dam. Hopefully you get a rebound here. Hopefully box out, go down, extend that lead. Who knows? Maybe you're doubling them up going in the half. It'd be a good feeling anyways.
And yeah, 15-16, that range is huge for Watertown because they have a telltale example from the Monona Grove game. They pushed it to overtime. Kranz drills the second. He's up to 4. Both teams 0-1 in conference play. Looking for victory number 1 in the Badger Large. "25 seconds as Salatel handles the ball. He draws 2 and kicks back out to Stobie. Saw 1 signaled from the Beaver Dam bench. They're looking for the last shot. 15 seconds, foul drawn by the Goslings. It's going the other way on a moving screen.
And now we get an opportunity, like we talked about, the chance to make it 15 or 16 with final shot here for the Goslings.
18-point deficit as it stands. Ben Whitnable checking in, among others, for the Golden Beavers. Going for size here. Ladrin's out there at 6 foot. Freund is out there at 6'1". Younger's out there at 6'3". Salatel 6'3", making sure they only get 1 shot, and that's all they need. Hurchin goes in. He's got 10 right before the buzzer. It is 41-25, a comfortable 16-point lead for the Golden Beavers as we get into halftime. We'll step aside for a 4-minute break and come back with a halftime report here on Daily Dodge TV.
When it comes to a winning lineup, turn to the selection of new and pre-owned vehicles at Napleton GM in Beaver Dam. Their team goes the extra mile to provide a winning experience, from hassle-free financing options to exceptional customer service. It's like having a dedicated cheering section cheering you on in every step of the vehicle purchase. Give the team at Napleton GM in Beaver Dam a call at 920-885-3301 or visit napleton151.com and find new roads with their winning inventory.
Play garage music. Silica can make any home a smart home. Whole home wiring, speakers, and smart control make your home an oasis that anticipates your every need. Whether you're seeking comfort, entertainment, peace of mind, inspiration, or just a moment of tranquility. Existing or new construction, Silica has the skill to make any home a smart home. Silica for your home.
Cheer. Now cheer louder. Any accomplishment worth doing is worth doing with all your heart and soul. The entire team at Hometown Glass and Improvement knows that dedication, time, and respect can lead to greatness. When practicing free throws, running for a touchdown, or installing new windows and doors, it is commitment to something larger than oneself that creates a legacy. So keep cheering for your hometown team. Hometown Glass and Improvement, online at hometownglass.com.
Jerry's Automotive in Beaver Dam is a champion of our local schools. Team up with Jerry's Automotive by pumping your gas at their Spirit Pump, where 2 cents of every gallon is donated to a local school each month. Jerry's Automotive also provides exceptional vehicle service and repairs and a great selection of convenience items. Visit Jerry's Automotive Center WI.com and on Facebook. Jerry's Automotive, 700 North Spring Street in Beaver Dam, across the street from Beaver Dam Food Pride.
Hey, it's Stacy with Slumberland, Beaver Dam in Watertown. Stop in and see everything that our store has to offer. We built it just for you. We have mattresses, box springs, power bases, bedroom sets, furniture, living room sets, dining sets, everything that you would need to complete your entire home. We've got our interest-free financing and a really great local staff here to help you. So you've got all local people here to help you out from start to finish for anything that you would need. So stop in, shop local, and save big with us.
The Spartans have arrived. Spartan Flooring is here to serve with prices from another time. Get the lowest prices anywhere on name brand carpet and LVP. Save hundreds or more per room without sacrificing the quality. Spartan Flooring makes designing easy with a carefully curated selection tailored to local paint colors and wood stains. Whether you're sprucing up a house to sell or settling in for the next 20 years, get the best prices in town. Call, text, or email to schedule a free, no cost, no obligation measurement and assessment. Visit SpartanFloorings.com and prepare to be floored.
White Construction is cheering on our student athletes in the community, and they want you on their winning team too. They're expanding and looking for passionate individuals who want to build their future as a team. Join a company that values teamwork, excellence, and community spirit. They're now hiring for multiple positions around Wisconsin, including general labor, fieldwork, and heavy equipment operators. Visit congruix.com to apply today and step up to the plate with White Construction. Let's build something great together.
Are you ready for peace of mind? Chad Guzzi here, owner of Air Care in Beaver Dam. If you're tired of unexpected repair bills, you want to sign up for our Total Care plan. It ensures top performance and prolonged life of your heating and air conditioning equipment. Air Care's Total Care customers receive annual inspections as well as a reduced maintenance rate, plus a 10% discount on all service repairs. Air Care, big enough to serve you, small enough to care. 920-356-8860.
We welcome you back to the Beaver Dam High School Fieldhouse. It is 41-25. Golden Beavers out in front by 16 at the break. We'll go over leading scorers here in just a moment alongside Wally Lukaczynski. I'm Corey Sparks. Wally, I mean, we talked about just the output from beyond the arc for both of these teams. It's kind of how the game of basketball has evolved the last 10 to 15 years. But Beaver Dam's just been more efficient. They came into today shooting 41% from three, and you can see why.
Yeah, they have those stretches every now and then of like 2 minutes where they go up on like a 14-2 run, and that's really been the difference is those couple stretches of 2-3 minutes of basketball. It's been very competitive and tightly played up otherwise besides that, but Watertown just needs to get a couple stops, maybe get a little bit up closer on these guys on the perimeter.
Leading scorers for Beaver Dam, their lead guard stepping in with 19 points per game, has 13 at the break. Jackson Ladron, their 6-foot sophomore guard, has a career-high 10 at the break, and Parker Blank behind him with 9, all three via the triple. For Watertown, they go into the break with just 25 points, but Wally, again, a deficit of this size is not foreign to them. They were down 15 against Monona Grove, and they pushed that one to overtime.
Yeah, and it feels good coming right off of a game like that to feel like you still could do that, come back in this game. They are both very talented teams. You can see it. Plus, this is where you lean on those 6 seniors as the Goslings. I still think this is going to be a tight game, but that first 5 minutes in the second half, crucial for both teams.
Head coach Chad Hayes in his 3rd season at the helm, and ahead of a team that is looking for their first conference win in almost 2 years. The last time they did win in the Badger Large, February 17th of a couple of years ago, and it was at Beaver Dam. It was 61-60 over this Golden Beavers team. Brett Schwefel had 29. He is held to 2 right now. The leading scorers for the Goslings, 10 for Jacob Hurtgen, 6 for Braden Schmidt, and 4 for Cameron Kranz. Schmidt, we saw his athleticism on display, almost put a dunk home, just hasn't been able to convert at the line, and that's another thing I think Watertown's going to have to really tighten up if they want to claw back here.
Yeah, you've seen that for honestly be about the story of the game besides the perimeter shooting for both teams. Beaver Dam's hitting their free throws. Watertown really hasn't been able to, at least for Watertown's sake. They did get a couple offensive boards there, had that 4-point possession there late in the first half, keeping that still within 16. If it was 2021, it's just so much of a higher ask.
We'll step aside for a 2-minute break and then preview a little more of the second half. It is 41-25, Beaver Dam over Watertown here on Daily Dodge TV.
There's power in your smile. It can make or break a day, start a conversation, even double a dose of courage. Columbus Family Dental is committed to protecting your grin ear to ear. Young and old, orthodontics to cosmetics, we're here to make it that much easier to share your smile. Columbus Family Dental, now accepting every kind of smile.
Your Fox Brothers Piggly Wiggly and Beaver Dam knows that Wisconsinites take tailgating seriously, and they'll help you take it to the next level with their award-winning Fox Brothers brats and everything you need, whether you're at the game or enjoying it at home. Fox Brothers award-winning exclusive recipes use only the highest quality ingredients you'll taste with every bite and every brat. Try their 11 Grand Champion brats and sausages, including their pre-cooked Fox Brothers original brats, spicy Southwest chicken brats, and Philly cheese brats. Check them out online at foxbrospigglywiggly.com.
Cheer. Now cheer louder. Any accomplishment worth doing is worth doing with all your heart and soul. The entire team at Hometown Glass and Improvement knows that dedication, time, and respect can lead to greatness. When practicing free throws, running for a touchdown, or installing new windows and doors, it is commitment to something larger than oneself that creates a legacy. So keep cheering for your hometown team. Hometown Glass and Improvement online at hometownglass.com.
Jerry's Automotive in Beaver Dam is a champion of our local schools. Team up with Jerry's Automotive by pumping your gas at their Spirit Pump, where 2 cents of every gallon is donated to a local school each month. Jerry's Automotive also provides exceptional vehicle service and repairs and a great selection of convenience items. Visit Jerry's Automotive Center WI.com and on Facebook. Jerry's Automotive, 700 North Spring Street in Beaver Dam, across the street from Beaver Dam Food Pride.
The gang's all here.
Chris,
Adam,
and Abby Klodowski, here to say Klodowski Real Estate is honored and grateful to have been voted Dodge County's best real estate firm, best realtor, and favorite realtor for 2024.
We love living and working in Dodge County, all of the wonderful people we serve, and the opportunity to give back to our community.
Thank you, Dodge County. Thank you.
Klodowski Real Estate, your trusted real estate advisors.
Are you ready to score big on home comfort? Cheer on our area athletes with McKinstry's Home Furnishings. From plush recliners to luxurious sofas, stylish bedroom sets to cozy area rugs, and all the accessories you need to make your home a winner. Whether you're outfitting your man cave or upgrading your living room with MVP style, McKinstry's has you covered. Game on with McKinstry's Home Furnishings, where winning starts at home.
Year after year, McKinstry's.
41-25, Beaver Dam holds a 16-point lead as we near the second half of play. Wanted to talk a little bit about Tim Ladder. Not only is he in his 17th year at the helm of this program, not only has he done a remarkable job, they've got a 235 and 159 overall record under him. Wally, he's a Watertown High School alum, and he also was an assistant coach for this squad when he was first kind of getting his chops in the coaching world. So he's got an interesting connection with this team, but you know, for the next 18 minutes of gameplay, they're a conference opponent and nothing else.
Oh, absolutely. I'm sure he does have love for that program still, obviously, being a Gossie himself back in the day. But he's a Golden Beaver now. He understands that, and he very excited to coach this group of kids. You can tell how much he loves this group. And, man, they're going to try to reward him here in the second half. And
this team has taken 3 of the last 4 between themselves and Watertown in this rivalry series. Again, Watertown's last conference victory was against Beaver Dam almost 2 years ago. Salatel, far side, 3-ball, in and out for Stobie. And here come the Goslings. Jacob Hurchin goes in, left hand, off the back of the rim, rebound and put back by Braden Schmidt. And now it's a 14-point deficit. Schmidt is up to 8.
First 5 minutes, we talked about it during the halftime, but it's so critical for both teams. Don't really give them any extra life here if you're the Golden Beavers. If you're the Goslings, play this physical defense. Try to make this a single-digit game. All of a sudden, put a little pressure on them.
Salatel trying to extend the lead. That's off back iron and a push call underneath the rim. It'll go the other way. The Goslings take the ball back. Isaiah Younger tagged with the push there. Coach Ladron, he talked to us when he came on the Dam Sports Show a couple of weeks ago, right before the Slam at the Dam, and the Saturday after Thanksgiving. Said when he took over this Golden Beavers program, Wally, they had the longest losing streak in program history. Here we are a little over a decade and a half later, and these guys are over 500 more times than not. More work inside for Schmidt, sorry.
No, you're good. I was just going to say, to your point, they've been fantastic, and you can see that they really do embody him. as like a coach, he wants this team to be physical. He wants them to be well conditioned, and they're in these track meets every time.
Salatel with space can't get it to go. And here comes Schmidt in the open floor. He can dunk, and he gets stuffed by the rim. Second chance, not going to happen.
And that's where you risk that going up for the dunk there instead of just taking the easy layup. And now just like
exactly what Freund did. Freund is more than capable of at least grabbing the rim, and he just went for the conservative layup there.
4-point swing just like that. It's, just a little frustrating.
43-29, leads back up to 14. Near side, Hurchin. Calvin short on the attempt. Cross court to Salatel. Had a team best 13 in the first half. And he dribbles the ball off his defender's knee. Beaver Dam will hold on to it. 2 minutes and 7 seconds have gone by here. Parker Blank with the inbound. Back out to Salatel, trying to get hot again from 3. And a couple of heat checks later, he hasn't been able to put one home. In transition, he goes for the block and one for Jacob Hurchin. A team best 12. He can go to the line and make it 13. And just like that, Watertown's only down 12. They're hanging around. You don't want them to do that if you're Beaver Dam.
No, and we're talking about that. We said first 5 minutes. We're less than 3 minutes into the second half. They have an opportunity to make it an 11-point game already.
Hurchin drills his one and only attempt on the and one. He has a team best 13. Put up 15 in his last game against Beaver Dam last year. Ended up being a 65-55 victory for the Golden Beavers right here in this field house. Look inside for a wide open Salatel. He's swarmed and glassed. $15:29 to play. Blank on the inbound. Beaver Dam's going to get a do-over there.
I think they got a hold on somebody there underneath.
Four early points here in the second half for Braden Schmidt. Jeffrey Freund has the only 2 for Beaver Dam here in the second half. And now it's Watertown ball.
They call it 3 seconds in the lane there.
Brett Schwefel walks it up the line. He's going to try and get it going here. Held to just 2 points in the first half. He's blanketed by Freund. Tries to get away with it. And Hayes from 3 quickly makes it a single-digit game. McAllister Hayes with his first 3 of the afternoon. It couldn't have come at a better time. It's 43-35. Blank goes baseline. Swings it outside. Freund from 3. Just too short on the attempt. Hurchin with the long rebound. Pushes ahead to Schwefel. Can make it as close as a 5-point game. They'll try and do so here. Cannot. Second chance points. Calvin Hurchin, and it feels like a timeout's looming.
Yep.
There it is from Coach Ladrin. McKinstry's Home Furnishings timeout taken by Ladrin. It's a full one, and it is 43-37, a 12-2 run to start things off here in the second half. We'll step aside for a 1-minute break here on Daily Dodge TV.
When it comes to a winning lineup, turn to the selection of new and pre-owned vehicles at Napleton GM in Beaver Dam. Their team goes the extra mile to provide a winning experience, from hassle-free financing options to exceptional customer service. It's like having a dedicated cheering section cheering you on in every step of the vehicle purchase. Give the team at Napleton GM in Beaver Dam a call at 920-885-3301 or visit napleton151.com and find new roads with their winning inventory.
The winter weather can play havoc on your hands and hair. Fear not, the folks at Wonder Nails and Spa has just a ticket for you. Call 887-4374 and let them pamper you. Let them chase away those winter blues. Let's talk hair. Long, beautiful hair, shining, Whoa, I digress. The team of Cost Cutters will put a shimmer and shine to your mood, and their retail products are the best in the business. Call 885-0437 today. That's why you hear everyone say, I shop Park Village Shopping Center, and you should too.
Beaver Dam with plenty of momentum heading into the halftime break. Watertown stealing every bit of it, coming out of it. A 12-2 run for the Goslings. And now we have 14:39 to play here in half number 2. The Watertown fan section and student section getting on their feet here as Beaver Dam has the ball down 6.
You can feel the energy change over there on that side, or left to us, all the Watertown fans. It's getting very, very hectic. Still so much time left. It feels like anybody's game now.
And these games have gotten closer. Beginning of last year, it was a 20-point win for Beaver Dam. They won 69-49 in Watertown. But then February 1st, when Watertown really started to gain their bearings and have some marginal victories, even though they couldn't find anything in the win column the last few weeks, Beaver Dam only beat them by 10 here at this field house.
We talked about it earlier today. I mean, this is a team that could be 4-0. Talking about the Gossings, that is. A couple very tight losses.
Younger from 3 cannot convert, and Watertown can make this lead even slimmer in transition. Schmidt is fouled in transition by Salatel, and he'll go to the line. This game has been flipped on its head. First attempt is pure for Braden Schmidt. He is up to 11. That is second on the team behind Hurchin with 13. Leads down to 5.
Beaver Dam's been getting open shots. They just need to start hitting a couple of these, get a little momentum back.
Second attempt is good. 6 in the second half, 12 overall for Schmidt. And that's something Coach Ladrin said this team just wasn't able to do against Fort Atkinson. He felt like they got good looks. They were cutting to the rim. They were just blowing shots they usually wouldn't. In a bit of a dry spell here, they've had just 2 points in 4 minutes and 15 seconds of action since coming out of halftime. Froyen thought about a 3, over to Salatel, closely guarded by Hurchin. Salatel with a hezzy, goes to the lane, draws a foul on the way up, and he will go to the line to shoot 2 to try and stop the bleeding here as his team only has a 4-point lead.
And I like that play by Jeffrey Freund. He knows that's not his game. He catches the ball, thought about it, handed off to Salatel. Salatel with the strong drive, draw a foul, kind of slowed the game down a little bit.
A selflessness, that's something both of these teams really pride themselves in. Salatel drains the first. And what feels like a very important trip to the line here, if he can go 2 for 2, distance Beaver Dam out a little bit more. And he does just that. That's what the best player on the team is supposed to do. Salatel's up to a team best 15. And that press is on from Beaver Dam. Coach Hayes said they have to watch out for the early trap. They're facing one right now. Schmidt inside draws the foul. He goes back to the charity stripe.
I just got a text over from the Family Center. Unfortunately, at this moment, Beaver Dam is trailing Madison Edgewood 2-0 after the first intermission.
Gotcha. Going into the second period for the boys hockey team. Schmidt converts on his first attempt, starting to heat up at the line a little bit. It's been phenomenal in second chance point scenarios, but was struggling with free throws early on. Second one's off back iron, but he gets that second opportunity again. Couple more swings around the perimeter. Schwefel hands off to Kranz, top of the key. Back down to Schmidt. He goes up, thought about slamming it home. It's a rim grazer instead. And Schmidt is quickly up to 15. The Beaver Dam lead is down to 3.
One possession game just like that. Didn't even take 5 minutes the second half.
Salatel with plenty of space. You can't give him that.
That was needed. That felt like a massive 3 there. I like the timeout right after, though. But now, Beaver Dam, go get a stop. See Coach Ladrin over there fired up.
15 already. Excuse me, 18 for Salatel. 5 here in the second half. 13:03 to play. We'll keep it here for this 30-second break as Beaver Dam's out in front, 48-42. Wally, you're kind of seeing a Watertown team that has faced this situation before attack it a lot better. They're not down 15 in the second half. They were down 15 going into it. All of a sudden, they made this a much more manageable game for themselves.
You see it every now and then, especially in the college game. You have these teams, whether they feel more comfortable getting that lead and then struggle to maintain it or vice versa. Watertown, they just got to find a way to put a full game together at this point.
And learn how to hold a lead, too. They had an early one for a little over a minute. Beaver Dam controlled from there. Watertown was up 4-3. That was the only lead for them in this game. They're down 6 here. Schmidt goes inside. He's stuffed by the rim. A fight for the ball on the ground. It is last touch by Beaver Dam.
Wow. Hard to see from our angle there. Little surprised it's staying down this way.
Schmidt was reaching for it at least. Like he was closest to it, but apparently didn't touch the ball last. 12:49 to play in this one. More bully ball inside to 15, and that's going the other way.
I tell you what, I know that he's a smaller dude, but Parker Blank, man, that is just fantastic defense.
He's scrappy.
And I said Parker Blank, my bad. There's too many Parkers around here. Parker Stobie.
Just 5'9", but using every bit of physicality that he can. There's that senior leadership again. Him and Freund, the two seniors on this team, have different builds, but it's an overused word now, but that gritty mentality this team has is truly found in all of them. Salatel on the far side. Beaver Dam up 6 and with the ball. 12.5 minutes to play. Hezzy from Parker. Back outside to Ladrin for 3. Off the mark. Blank comes down with it and loses it to Hurchin. Schmidt goes in. He's been their go-to. He gets tied up on the way up. Beaver Dam touching it last. Ben Whitnable got a piece of it on the way out of play. And Whitnable brought in, he's got 4 of this team's 7 blocks. Was curious to see if he'd be brought in to guard up on Braden Schmidt, but now Schmidt has just checked out. As Braden exits the game with a team best 15, Schwefel inside, he's doubled. Ladrin called with a push. Beaver Dam's 5th foul already. 9 fouls between these two teams in just under 6 minutes. Kranz, baseline inbound pass. Looking for Landon Washidis. Can't get it to go. Second chance points for Watertown are not going to happen. Salatel scrapping free for the ball. And he's tripped on the way down. He and Washidis were battling.
Man, you can feel a little rivalry.
I was just going to say, you're starting to kind of see not chippiness quite yet.
It's not chippy necessarily on the court, but you feel it in this gym right now.
Beaver Dam still with a 6-point lead. That press is on from Watertown. They're showing their hand early. There are 6 Goslings on the floor at the moment.
Too many men on the ice.
As Hurchin goes to take a seat.
Yeah, let's take a power play out here. Talking about a little bit of hockey a moment ago over there across the street.
Yeah, big puck fans. 11:56 to play. Coach Hayes clapping the hands together, trying to get his team amped up here. Looking for their first conference win in almost 2 calendar years. Both teams looking for their first conference win of the season. Stovey slipped a little bit near side and goes top of the key to Salatel. He crosses over and looks far side. Going inside is Freund and 1.
What a finish. That finger roll.
Didn't know he had the finesse in him like that.
Woo.
Freund with 4 points in this one. All of them have been in the second half, and every single one of them has been impactful. 30-second timeout. We'll step aside for 30. Beaver Dam's up 8 here on Daily Dodge TV.
Play garage music. Silica can make any home a smart home. Full home wiring, speakers, and smart control make your home an oasis that anticipates your every need. Whether you're seeking comfort, entertainment, peace of mind, inspiration, or just a moment of tranquility. Existing or new construction, Silica has the skill to make any home a smart home. Silica for your home.
Beaver Dam holds the lead. It's 8, 50-42. Jeffrey Freund going to the line to try and complete an and-one opportunity. Both teams playing tug of war with the momentum right now. Freund sinks the free throw. Coming off a beautiful finger roll style move, Beaver Dam's back up 9 with 11:35 to play. Went into the halftime break with a 16-point lead. Watertown cut it to one possession at one point. Beaver Dam's back up 9. Schwefel goes baseline jumper. He can't get going today. Long rebound, Ladrin, who's tripled, and they call a foul.
And this has been a huge 2-minute response here from Beaver Dam. This felt like Watertown had completely taken over the game, cut it to 3, outscored them by 15 points in the second half. This last few possessions, just be smart, play disciplined. You got that good drive and one from Jeffrey Freund, hit that 3 a moment before. Opportunity to make it back a double-digit lead here.
And just like that, Beaver Dam's in the bonus with 11:19 to play. Watertown isn't far from it, but that was foul number 7 on the Goslings, as Ladrin goes to the line with a career-high 10 already. His first attempt is up and through as he gets on the board here in the second half. Talk about the timing of those Ladrin timeouts, too. Called one when it was down to 3, and then when his team started to pull away, kind of just refreshed their memory and told them to keep doing what they're doing right now. That's their physical, scrappy style of play.
You know, I love that you bring that up. We talked to him a few weeks ago on the Damn Sports Show about timeouts and how coaches kind of use it differently. And he says for him, it's kind of just a feel thing. He knows when it's time, and he knows his kids, and so far he's proven true on that.
That intuition's coming in handy. Beaver Dam back out in front by double digits. It is 53-42 with 11:02 to play. Schwefel trying to shake off Freund. That's been his matchup today. Out to Hurchin. Jacob goes up and draws a foul. They wave off the shot. But that is foul number 6. One away from the bonus. And Watertown with a little gamesmanship during the PA announcement. They got the clearance from the ref, went in and inbounded it, and drew that crucial 7th foul.
Yeah, you actually saw Parker Stobie didn't even know the ball was inbound. He was turning around to look and see if they were getting ready to inbound it. By the time his guy had caught it, and he's driving to the basket and forced a foul.
Jacob Hurchin steps up to the line with 13. He swishes the first. Can tie up Braden Schmidt with a team best 15. He sinks this one and bring that lead back down to single digits. He does just that. Jacob having an above-average game. He's averaged 9 points per contest through 4, already up to 15. Career high is 17. Salatel from way downtown, too much on it. 9-point lead, foul called on the way down. Washidas drew it. And here's that physicality. I'm going to say it's kind of turned into chippiness now.
It's starting to get a little chippy, but at this point, too, you can tell everybody understands that there's a lot of basketball left at this point. But, man, they've been calling it tight today. You mentioned that they've been calling the travelings tight. We're already getting close to, 2 fouls away from Watertown being the double bonus. Beaver Dam is in the bonus.
Yeah, the refs have been plenty involved on both sides.
Absolutely. They've been calling it down the middle.
Ladrin from 3 already has a career high. Why not? Jackson Ladrin's up to 15, and the lead is back up to 12.
Have a day, young man. He's been fantastic. Every time he feels like this team needs a shot right now, he's been there to deliver it.
There's certain players who play at a slower speed, and that's not a bad thing. He just seems calm out there.
He does.
The moment's never too big for him. Not going to force anything, but he's spotted up there in the corner a couple of times.
Composed was the perfect word to use because it doesn't feel rushed. It feels very deliberate, and he acts with conviction out there.
10:19 to play. First free throw is up and through for Landon Washidas. His first point of the day. Second one clanks home. It's 56-46 with 10:18 to play as E.J. Salatel walks it across the BD logo. Over to Stobie, back to Salatel. Thought about a 12-footer out to Freund. Handoff pass and a high screen to Stobie. 10 minutes to play, 10-point lead for Beaver Dam in the rivalry game. Freund out there on an island. And Ladrin, I believe, was called for that. He was working through a screen. That was on Solitel. Working through contact on the other end of the court with 9:52 to play. Looking far side, McAllister Hayes. Can he get hot? Too strong on it. A long rebound, Ladrin. And now he'll orchestrate the offense. Back to Solitel, top of the key, takes a high screen and looks far side with 9:30 to play. High motor, competitive atmosphere so far between these two cross-county rivals. Crossover, look far side for three, in and out.
And that looked good coming out of the hand, too. Oh, another
long
foul.
Rebound with Sheetis, and Krasinski is saying, I just touched him. Grazed his back.
That's 4 fouls in the last 67, 68 seconds here.
Yeah.
All of a sudden, just like that, went from the bonus to the double bonus in just over a minute.
Beaver Dam's committed 5 straight. Washidas cannot capitalize on the first one. Stepped into today a perfect 3 for 3 from the line. He's already taken more attempts than that because of the nature that this game has kind of taken on the last few minutes. Can shrink this lead to single digits here, and he does just that. Solitel. Over to Stobie. Back out to number 4, the leading scorer. Swings far side to Ladrin, who's been red hot, and he gets a respectful guard from a lengthy Washidas. Guarding him a lot tighter now. Number 3, not getting as much space as he had a few minutes ago. They reset with Stobie. Back to EJ. Between the legs, he draws a reach in. I'll tell you what, you're not sneaking anything by these referees.
No, they're calling it tight. I don't know if that's because of the chippiness expected in a rivalry like this. They want to keep both teams kind of playing basketball, but to this point, man, this second half is dragging on.
Solitel.
You go ahead. No, I was just going to say 18 team fouls doesn't even include those offensive fouls that we've seen as well.
Yeah, both of these teams shooting mid-60s from the stripe. They're going to get a lot of practice today, it looks like. Solitel drains both. He's up to 20. First player from either side to hit that mark. Beaver Dam's back up 11. Oh, it's interesting, right? Because teams will start to play the foul game if they're down a few possessions late. But now they're going to have to, whoever ends up being in that situation, be real selective with who fouls.
Yeah, I was going to say both teams are going to have guys with 3 or 4 fouls at that point. I mean, we already have close to that.
And right on cue, with it being a tightly called game, they call a walk-on Washidas. And he heads to the bench. In comes McAllister Hayes as Coach Chad Hayes puts one of his better shooters out there. One of his better free throw shooters, too. Hayes, in a small sample size, 9 for 10 from the line to start the year. Throwing top of the key, hands off and applies a screen for Solitel. Near side to Ladrin, and that's going the other way. Wow. I'm running out of ways to explain it.
Yeah, we're going to, at this point, you and I might be playing by the end of this game.
Yeah. Coach Ladrin let me go through one of his practices a couple of weeks ago, and I'm not going to volunteer myself for this one. This is a bit of a higher speed environment. The practice was fast enough for me.
If it was fast enough for you, I can't imagine what I'd be going through.
It's 58-47 with 8:08 to play. Still a long time to go in this one before you really paint any significant storylines, but I do want to start to just branch out from Tim Ladrin, a little web diagram, if you will. His son has a career high right now. He's going up against his alma mater in a place where he really got his coaching chops as well. I'm just wondering from his perspective, right? He's a seasoned pro. He's been at the helm of this program for 17 years. How does he stay grounded? Because if there was ever a point where that kind of emotional aspect of the game started to get brought in, it'd be today.
No kidding. And, I mean, that's going to be something that after the game he's going to be able to reflect on, realize how cool it was. But I guarantee Coach Ladron.
Yeah.
Right now, he's got one thing on his mind and one thing only. How are we going to hold on to this 11-point lead within this last 8 minutes?
And he was even talking to me earlier this week about how he felt. He learned a lot about this team a few days ago against Fort Atkinson. They fell by 31 to the Blackhawks, and a team that brought back all 5 of their starters. Very rare to see in high school, where all 5 of your starters get a chance 2 years in a row. He said, I'm glad we learned a lot of lessons, but the part that sucked is it was a conference game, and you only get 14 of these. Well, this is number 2, and this is a huge one for a lot of reasons. 8 minutes to play. Watertown with the ball, down 11. Schwefel handles it. He still only has 2 on the evening, out to Kranz. Head fake from the outside. Step back for 3. And he came down before he let the ball go, so that goes down as a travel on number 1.
That was close. You can see Coach Hayes over there disagrees with the call. A little perplexed by that as he gets teed up for it.
Coach Hayes just got teed up. McAllister Hayes got teed up earlier as well. He said something along the lines of let them play the game. I think the debate there was whether or not both of Schwefel's feet left the ground, because you can let one leave the ground. There was a point near Coach Hayes, and I thought that indicated technical, but no free throws here.
You and I were just looking at each other like,
maybe a warning.
Yeah, that might have been.
I look out to Ladron, who's getting vacuum-tight coverage now. He goes back out to Solotel, top of the key, with 7:25 to play.
That's why you're play-by-play, and I'm the guy that just gets to move this thing around. Shouldn't be telling you these things.
A handoff back out to Jeffrey Freund. Beaver Dam taking their time here.
Watertown wanted that chicken wing called there for another offensive foul.
And instead of foul called on the other end, as Solotel draws a reach in. It is 19 fouls between these two teams in 10 minutes and 57 seconds of play.
And again, it doesn't even count the offense fouls.
That is a pause every 30-something seconds. That's just kind of where this game has gone.
It's been a weird one. It felt like the first 10 minutes of this game absolutely flew. And then since then, neither team's really been able to get into any kind of momentum or rhythm just because there have been so many whistles.
Solotel's in his own world right now. He's got 22, 9 of those here in the second half. It's Beaver Dam's lead balloons back up to 13, but it can't feel that safe with still 7 minutes to play against a team who was down 15 with 7 minutes to play against Monona Grove and pushed them to overtime. This is where Watertown, you don't want to say they're comfortable, but they have been here before. They can claw themselves out of deficits like this as it goes to Schwefel far side. He flips the court near side. Back to the top of the key. Hayes from way downtown. Not feeling it. 6:30 to play. Here comes Solotel. Operating with 22. Nice head fake on the outside from Stobie. Almost got the and one to go. This place would have exploded.
Still an opportunity to push it back to 15, and with 6:22, that would feel very, very big for the Golden Beavers.
That was a quick but subtle and very effective shot fake from the far side there from Parker. Opened up the baseline, and he goes to the line for 2. Parker drills the first. One of the better perimeter shooters on this team, too. He was just behind Solotel last year in three-pointers made. Stobie had 35 that he netted in 21 games. Just to show off and really explain the effectiveness of Solotel, he was 30 ahead of him with 65. 62-47. With 6:10 to play. Hayes thought about a 3, hands off to Schwefel. Leading scorer coming into today. Calvin Hurtchen near side. Oh, they needed it.
That was big.
He's up to 8.
You said it, but they absolutely needed that there.
6 minutes to play. The lead back down to 12. Watertown trying to rip that momentum back away from Beaver Dam. One of the better crowds you'll see in this field house all year. Solotel draws 3 inside. Out to Stobie, and it's short. Rebound ripped free. Beaver Dam holds on to it, and it's Jackson Ladron.
What a game from him so far.
You could talk about the career-high 15 points. You could talk about the extra opportunities he's provided his team. And you can certainly point back to that moment right there with 5:37 to play to go up to the free throw line and give his team a chance to extend this lead.
That was a man's rebound right there. That was not a little kid's rebound. He went up strong, pulls that down, and with 3 sets of hands up there too.
Ladron cannot sink the first. Already at a career-high 15 with 5 here in the second half. He's an underclassman that's been great for this team so far. Younger with 13 a game so far this year. Ladron cannot get either to go. Couple of crucial misses, and here comes Watertown. They could technically cut it to single digits here. Schwefel drives, cannot get the layup to go. Another rebound by Ladron. Back out to Stobie, far side to Salatel. Goes behind the back, and now drives up through. He is slapped across the forearm. It's been a tight game, and that was clearly a foul.
Absolutely. Was there did somebody foul out on that previous foul that I missed? I saw 5 on the board. It flipped right away, but I didn't see anybody come off. I wonder because I think it was 0-0. I think it might have been just a glitch.
And now Beaver Dam has missed their last 3 free throws here. If there's anything both teams need to be as clean as can be on, it is these situations right here. Everyone's just staring at each other. Okay. I can't say I've seen that before. 0 for 4 in the last 4 attempts for Beaver Dam. No one made a call. There was no real reason for play to stop there. Second chance points, third chance points, and 1 for Watertown. Here come the Goslings.
And that's what happens when you leave the door open. 4 straight misses. This game could look very different instead. Possibility to make it a 9-point game. Still plenty of time. We saw how fast. It took 5 minutes for them to cut that lead from, 16-17 down to 3.
Braden Schmidt's got a team best 17. And being well-rounded is something this Goslings team is still working on. In the loss to Monona Grove, only 1 player scored in the double digits. It was Schwefel with 31. Schmidt's got 17 here. And he does not have 18. That was halfway down. Hurtgen's got 15.
Well, you mentioned before, Schwefel still at 2. Wow, the defense has been exceptional from Beaver Dam to this point.
Wow. Unconscious.
Better call.
25.
Salatel.
25 for E.J. Salatel. That's a full timeout. We'll step aside for 30 seconds here with 4:56 to go here on Daily Dodge TV.
American drivers overpay an average of $368 per year on their auto insurance. Why? Because, well, insurance is hard. It's complicated. It's time-consuming to get quotes from multiple companies, so we overpay. Or we call Richards Insurance in Beaver Dam. Make one call and receive a quote from a great company like Auto Owners Insurance. The team at Richards Insurance will literally do all the work for you. So if you could be saving money each month with an Auto Owners Insurance policy, you'll know about it. How much will you save with Richards Insurance? To find out, call Richards Insurance or stop in at 123 North Spring Street, downtown Beaver Dam. With offices in Columbus, Watertown, West Bend, and Oshkosh. With over 50 employees and hundreds of years insurance experience across 5 offices, you'll get full-service counseling with no obligation. Your auto owner's insurance carrier is Richards Insurance in Beaver Dam. Call 887-1615.
We'll be there with you.
Richards Insurance of Beaver Dam.
65-52 the score. Beaver Dam with a 13-point lead and 4:56 to play in a cross-county rivalry game. Coach Ladron's looking for win number 236 in season number 17. Wally, I'm not sure there's any game he could point back to that's going to have as many connections and unique aspects as this one. Fouls, his son scoring a career high, alma mater and all.
No, this is going to be a very emotional opportunity for this team. And, man, up 13, under 5 to go. Love to be in the Ladron house after this if they're able to hold on.
Salatel's got some space from 3. He goes inside, splits the 2 defenders, and he's got 27. 27 for EJ.
Oh, my goodness. You guys probably would have loved to have seen that. Hand up. That's on me.
Errant pass near side. Beaver Dam takes over, and they're pulling away.
First couple days on camera, all of a sudden I'm doing commercials. I got this, I'm talking. My brain's falling apart. I forgot to move the camera there. Again, that's on me, Corey Sparks.
Jack of all trades.
Yeah, something like that.
4:15 to play. Beaver Dam with the ball, and they're up 15. The clock is their friend. Far side to Stobie, who's blanketed by Jacob Hurtchin. Looks top of the key to Ladrin, who's got 15. Near side to EJ, who's got 27. Out to Freund. We're south of 4 minutes to play here from the BDHS Fieldhouse. Krasinski, flare in the elbows, goes back to Ladrin. They reset left of a logo. Another foul called on Beaver Dam. Ladrin had about 2 or 3 short words to say and then moved on. Coach Ladrin, that is. Younger and Blank checking in. Krasinski and Jackson Ladrin checking out. 2 for 2 swap for the Golden Beavers. 3:45 to play.
Yeah, I think Krasinski there just getting subbed out. That it was his 4th foul.
Yeah.
We're going to have quite a few of people on both teams with 4, at the very least 3 fouls with how many we've seen called in this second half.
All of a sudden, some of these players are going to have to play a little more cautiously. See Beaver Dam pushing baseline there with 3:30 to play. Calvin Hurtgen, ball high above his head, looks far side to Schweifel. Still trying to get going. He cradles, goes inside, and draws the foul on the way up. Opportunity for Brett to get going here. Freund tagged with his second foul. Wow, has one of the lower totals today.
I was just going to say, having 2 at this point, I mean.
You're winning.
Man, might be the only one standing on the court here in a couple minutes.
First one off the mark for the leading scorer and facilitator coming into today in Schweifel. Second one is through. He's got 3 on the day. First point of the second half as Beaver Dam still holds a 14-point lead with 3:20 to play.
Well, we know he's able to score. Sometimes just seeing the ball go through the hoop for you can get you a little hot, so we'll see if maybe Schweifel's able to put a few more together here.
Another off-ball foul called. It's a push on Schweifel. Right on cue. Younger's at the line. He rims out. So much youth on this team. So many players, you don't want to look ahead years, but that are going to be here after this 24-25 season. Younger's an interesting one. So he comes over from Dodgeland, and in his first ever game at the high school varsity level, his literal debut, he scored a career-high 34 points. Hasn't scored as many since, but he hung around the mid-20s all of last year, and now he comes into a very talented program and immediately gets starter minutes. It's one to keep an eye on. Schweifel, no, second chance for Schmidt. Can't get it. Near side 3. Off front iron, off the top of the backboard. That'll blow the play dead with 2:51 to play. And Coach Hayes is beside himself right now. Coach is screaming over there at the refs, and then Cameron Kranz came over and was claiming that he got a slap across like the shoulder, face area. I guess then the debate is, when did the ball go out of play, and was that incidental? 2:51, presses on. Beaver Dam's up 15 in a foul-heavy game. Freund walks it across the timeline, and you can see this offense kind of going into delay mode here, not in too much of a rush to get anything done. Back to Salatel at the logo. He's got a team best 27. A look near side. Younger from 3. Off the side of the backboard. In transition, Kranz the other way. Salatel being careful, didn't want to foul him, and Watertown's down 13 with 2:20 to play. See Beaver Dam almost playing a little more conservative style of defense. They can do that with this lead, and they don't want to stop the clock. That would be to Watertown's advantage. And right on cue, we get a stop with 2:07 to play.
Well, and they don't even start or continue to update the fouls for teams after 10 up here on the scoreboard, so we can't even keep track for you right now, but we're talking about...
We're well over the limit. Yeah,
we're talking about 25 or 30 fouls this second half. But they're calling it both ways.
They are.
That's very critical to say here. Nobody's getting, too many whistles one way or another. If you're going to call it tight both sides.
Yeah, it's just a light whistle today, that's for sure. Parker Blank is at the line, looking for his first points to the second half. They'll have to wait another shot to get it. Had a few of those today, too. Halfway down and then back out for both sides.
I'll tell you, if the Golden Beavers are able to hold on here, the one thing that Coach Ladron, looking back on, they're going to want to improve on, they were money shooting free throws until about halfway through the second half. And has it been the double bonus, they've missed probably 7 or 8 here in the last 3 or 4 minutes that could really have put this game away by now.
Oh, yeah. Blank drilling the second. He goes into double digits to join Jackson Ladron, who's got 15, A.J. Salatel, who has 27, and Coach Hayes clearing out the bench. He put Alexander David in, also Jackson Hebner. Hebner's making his debut. This is just David's second game. David goes inside, sinks the mid-range.
Nice shot.
His first varsity points and a timeout to follow.
Good for him. I was going to say, that's a heck of a shot there, dribbling into that right around from the elbow. And true, you knew that off the hand. That thing was pretty.
Kind of wondering if that was enough, right? Like, do you see 12 points with just under 2 minutes to play, especially with how foul-heavy this game has gone? Is that insurmountable? Or does Coach Hayes do a couple more swaps and bring the starters back in? He's got a couple starters out there.
What's interesting is that since that last foul right before that basket there, he's been crouched down talking over here to his team. And it's interesting. He's got, the starters there sitting there. He didn't even turn his back while that play was going on. It makes you wonder if it's kind of a, hey, we got to, regroup. We got to figure out what we're going to do differently. I don't know if it's something to do with fouls. Be really interested to know what's going on in that huddle.
Did he use that as a free timeout maybe, where he did the substitutions, brought the starters out? Most of the reserves still out there. So Washidis, who's seen some bench minutes today. Alexander David is out there after getting his first varsity points. Jackson Hebner making his second appearance of the season. Calvin Timmel as well. Beaver Dam's keeping the starters out there. They want to hold on to the lead.
Yeah, this is still a game. Under 2 minutes left. Only 12-point game. We've seen weird things happen. It's a little strange to see Watertown go so deep into the bench here.
Freund just ripped baseline and kicked back out to Stobie. Now a look inside to Ladron. And back out to Freund. Ladron's got some space in the corner there and back near side to Salatel. 90 seconds to play. Beaver Dam up 12 in the rivalry game. Foul called near side. .123 to play, and Younger goes to the line. Off back iron on the first attempt. Cruz Rohde checking in. And Eli Johnson as well. So a couple reserves in for Coach Ladron. With a $1:23 to play. Younger tries to go 1 for 2, and he does so. One of the quieter games early on this year for Younger. He's got 7. Alexander David drives and fouls. Draws a foul on the way up, I should say. .114 to go. David goes to the line after sinking a tough mid-range jumper to open his account on the 2024-25 season. 5'11" sophomore guard. Cannot get the first to go. They wave off the lane violation as it would have benefited Watertown, and they take the make instead. Or no, they wave off the shot on the lane violation. Beaver Dam's got a break across the timeline. They do so successfully. Over to Eli Johnson, who's doubled to Stobie, now into the corner. Inside to Ladrin, who draws a foul. What a game for Ladrin.
He was exceptional today.
He's not done.
I was going to say, even when he missed that pair of free throws, what did he do on the other end on the following possession? Played good defense, got a strong rebound, and sent it back the other way.
He has now given Beaver Dam a 14-point lead with 57.5 seconds to play. A career-high 16 so far for Ladrin. Here comes Watertown with some tempo. Looking for a couple good heaves. A steal, and into the open court comes Parker Blank. He's fouled. .47, 45.7 seconds to play. Blank goes to the line. He just got into double digits. He's up to 10. First free throw attempt is up and down to make it 72-57. Nice round score. Blank's got 11, and now he's got 12.
I feel like this is where you'd have like Brent Musper be like, that was important for some of you at home.
Yeah, I would say so. See what Watertown does here, down 16. Davis cashes in, he goes far side. Jackson Hebner goes baseline, now to the top of the key. Three on the way, in and out. Second chance, points up and through. Calvin Timmel on the score. And it sounds like the Watertown student section has already moved on to spring sports. Look inside for Caleb Desarn. Can't get it to go. 5 seconds left to play. These teams are going to play to the buzzer. Timmel back out to David. Can't get it. 73-59 is your final. Beaver Dam has now taken 4 of the last 5 against Watertown, and there is conference win number 1. A very important victory on the season for Beaver Dam. They improved to 3-1, 1-1 in conference play. Watertown falls to 2-3, 0-2 in Badger Large competition. We'll have leading scorers, a post-game show, and an interview with head coach Tim Ladrin after win number 236 on his career, and one he'll probably remember for a while. 2-minute break, and then we'll be back here on Daily Dodge TV.
Hey, it's Stacy with Slumberland, Beaver Dam in Watertown. Stop in and see everything that our store has to offer. We built it just for you. We have mattresses, box springs, power bases, bedroom sets, furniture, living room sets, dining sets, everything that you would need to complete your entire home. We've got our interest-free financing and a really great local staff here to help you. So you've got all local people here to help you out from start to finish for anything that you would need. So stop in, shop local, and save big with us.
The Spartans have arrived. Spartan Flooring is here to serve with prices from another time. Get the lowest prices anywhere on name brand carpet and LVP. Save hundreds or more per room without sacrificing the quality. Spartan Flooring makes designing easy with a carefully curated selection tailored to local paint colors and wood stains. Whether you're sprucing up a house to sell or settling in for the next 20 years, get the best prices in town. Call, text, or email to schedule a free, no-cost, no-obligation measurement and assessment. Visit SpartanFloorings.com and prepare to be floored.
White Construction is cheering on our student athletes in the community, and they want you on their winning team too. They're expanding and looking for passionate individuals who want to build their future as a team. Join a company that values teamwork, excellence, and community spirit. They're now hiring for multiple positions around Wisconsin, including general labor, fieldwork, and heavy equipment operators. Visit congruix.com to apply today and step up to the plate with White Construction. Let's build something great together.
Are you ready for peace of mind? Chad Guzzi here, owner of Air Care in Beaver Dam. If you're tired of unexpected repair bills, you want to sign up for our Total Care plan. It ensures top performance and prolonged life of your heating and air conditioning equipment. Air Care's Total Care customers receive annual inspections as well as a reduced maintenance rate plus a 10% discount on all service repairs. Air Care, big enough to serve you, small enough to care. 920-356-8860.
American drivers overpay an average of $368 per year on their auto insurance. Why? Because, well, insurance is hard. It's complicated. It's time-consuming to get quotes from multiple companies, so we overpay. Or we call Richards Insurance in Beaver Dam. Make one call and receive a quote from a great company like Auto Owners Insurance. The team at Richards Insurance will literally do all the work for you. So if you could be saving money each month with an Auto Owners Insurance policy, you'll know about it. How much will you save with Richards Insurance? To find out, call Richards Insurance or stop in at 123 North Spring Street, downtown Beaver Dam. With offices in Columbus, Watertown, West Bend, and Oshkosh. With over 50 employees and hundreds of years insurance experience across 5 offices, you'll get full-service counseling with no obligation. Your Auto Owners Insurance carrier is Richards Insurance in Beaver Dam. Call 887-1615.
We'll be there with you.
Richards Insurance of Beaver Dam.
Play garage music. Silica can make any home a smart home. Whole home wiring, speakers, and smart control make your home an oasis that anticipates your every need. Whether you're seeking comfort, entertainment, peace of mind, inspiration, or just a moment of tranquility. Existing or new construction, Silica has the skill to make any home a smart home. Silica for your home.
Cheer. Now cheer louder. Any accomplishment worth doing is worth doing with all your heart and soul. The entire team at Hometown Glass and Improvement knows that dedication, time, and respect can lead to greatness. When practicing free throws, running for a touchdown, or installing new windows and doors, it is commitment to something larger than oneself that creates a legacy. So keep cheering for your hometown team. Hometown Glass and Improvement online at hometownglass.com.
And we welcome you back to the postgame show here on Daily Dodge TV. Your final, Beaver Dam 73-59 for the Watertown Goslings. Corey Sparks here, Wally Lukashinsky behind the camera, and I'm now joined by Beaver Dam High School basketball head coach Tim Ladron. Coach, let's just start with this. 14-point win, huge rivalry game. How about the atmosphere? Great crowd on hand today.
Yeah, it was great, especially considering an afternoon game and everything else. Great crowd. You know, both teams had a lot of energy, as you would expect in a game like this. So, really exciting game. Proud of our kids battling through some adversity there.
E.J. Salatel leading the way with 27 points. There was a point in there where a 16-point lead turned into a 3-point lead. You took a couple timeouts in the sequence. Can you talk about this group's ability to kind of work their way out of that storm and distance themselves again down the stretch?
Yeah, we kind of needed that ability to have some mental toughness and be able to battle through some of that. A lot of foul trouble. Just an interesting the way the game was played as a whole. We needed to do a good job of just kind of staying the course. Guys, you get a couple buckets, a couple stops, and guys started to settle down again. It was a big win for us for sure.
Coach, I know you wear a lot of different hats. You are the Slam at the Dam coordinator. You're the head coach for this team. You're also a father, and I just kind of want to talk about that today and the personal aspect of this.
Yeah.
A career-high 16 points for Jax, and it was against your alma mater. How about all the different personal connections in this one?
Yeah, that's any double-double. We got him for 11 rebounds. Yeah. Big game for him. Super proud of him. Sort of felt like there was going to be one coming here at some point. He's an incredibly hard worker. He's up here at 10 o'clock last night getting shots up and sort of felt like he was sort of due for one. But, the thing about Jax that's more important for us than anything is he knows the system like back of his hand. So, whenever we're in something offensively, defensively, he just kind of fills the spot of whatever's missing, and he knows what he's doing. And it's good to see him play that type of confidence tonight. It was – emotionally, it's pretty cool.
Yeah.
I've got to try to wear the coach's hat as much as I can.
Yep.
But I'm awfully proud of him and his effort. And he's hard worker, and he deserves something like this.
With this team, led by Jackson, EJ today, you said you learned a lot about them in the previous loss against Fort Atkinson. Some things got exposed, but you felt like this team kind of panicked a little bit when they were down 12.
Yep.
There was an opportunity to panic when you were only up 3 and Watertown came rushing back. Can you just talk about the discipline of this group, the coaching staff, and the players?
Yeah, and as you know, people have seen me. I'm a pretty high-energy guy, pretty high-strung on the floor, so my coaches did a really good job of kind of making sure I was under control and just some of the things that were going on. And we made a lot of mistakes at Fort. The players, the staff, everything. And I know we took that to heart. And, I just, again, a great job of just kind of staying composed, staying poised, and just continue to try to get a bucket and try to get a stop. And our guys did a really good job of that. I don't think we were rattled at any point. Watertown's a really good team with a ton of experience. You expect them to make some runs, and they did that.
A couple more for you here. You alluded to this before. The game was called tight. It was played pretty fast the first 10, 15 minutes of the first half. We get into the second half. You look up, there's 10 minutes left in the game, and there's like 20 fouls between the two teams.
Right.
You as a coach, how do you kind of manage that, and what adjustments do you make when the whistle's a little lighter?
Yeah, so I think the officials made a decision at halftime to tighten things up, and that's their prerogative, and they did that, and it is what it is. And part of that was going to that zone at 2-3 to try and protect some things and try to slow down their tempo. They're doing a good job of getting out in transition. Got the big guy a couple layups in transition, and with all the foul trouble and everything else, I think guys were kind of afraid to guard. Yeah. And so going to the zone there to try to protect some things, and it ended up shaking up pretty well.
A big win for you today, Coach. Win number 236 on the career. Win number 1 in conference. I know that one means a lot more for you coming off the Fort Atkinson game up against KML, Milton, and then it's a 4-game road trip before coming back here. Congrats on the victory.
Yeah, I appreciate it. Thanks, guys. Thank you.
Appreciate it. Appreciate it.
Thanks, Wally. You're doing a great job.
We'll step aside for 30 and come back for a little more of the post-game show. Beaver Dam 73-59 for Watertown.
Jerry's Automotive in Beaver Dam is a champion of our local schools. Team up with Jerry's Automotive by pumping your gas at their Spirit Pump, where 2 cents of every gallon is donated to a local school each month. Jerry's Automotive also provides exceptional vehicle service and repairs and a great selection of convenience items. Visit Jerry's Automotive Center WI.com and on Facebook. Jerry's Automotive, 700 North Spring Street in Beaver Dam, across the street from Beaver Dam Food Pride.
73-59, your final here from the BDHS Fieldhouse. Beaver Dam improves to 3-1 on the season, 1-1 in conference. Watertown falling to 2-3 and 0-2 in conference. 236 wins. That's a lot for a coach, Wally. You could tell this one meant a little bit more for a couple of reasons.
Yeah, but you know how Coach Ladron is. I think that he's not even for a second line when he says that number 1 conference win means more to him than anything else. It's just kind of like embodies what this team is. It's all a team effort. It's all, let's just grow as a unit. I just love this group, and it's going to be so fun following them this year. They're just so fun to watch.
So well-rounded, and most of the leadership from the points perspective, it's spread out, right? 15% of the points scored by the 2 seniors in Jeffrey Freund and Parker Stobie coming into this game, and you're getting to know the names Isaiah Younger a lot better. You're getting to know Jackson Ladron. He really introduced himself tonight with a career-high 16-point performance. You're getting to know what Beaver Dam basketball is all about. If you are just starting to watch, that's great. That's being well-rounded. That is heart over height. It's playing above the stature that this team comes with. They've got some taller dudes coming in. Max Moritz, see him a lot, kind of leading that JV squad. He's a 6'5" sophomore center. Ben Whitnable, a 6'4" freshman guard that comes in, gets boards, and is kind of embodying that same tough type of aura that this squad has. So 73-59, your final, a 14-point victory for Beaver Dam. They take on KML on the road on Tuesday. It's DeForest back at home up next for the Watertown Goslings. For Wally Lukaczynski, I'm Corey Sparks. We want to thank all of our sponsors here for Winter Sports on Daily Dodge TV, brought to you by McKinstry's Home Furnishings, Columbus Family Dental, Hometown Glass and Improvement, Klodowski Real Estate, Slumberland, Pizza Ranch, the Park Village Shopping Center, Richards Insurance, Preferred Dental Partners, Napleton 151, Fox Brothers Piggly Wiggly, Gruber Law Offices, Air Care, Jerry's BP, Silica for Your Home, the Beaver Dam Unified School District, Moraine Park Technical College, White Construction, and Spartan Flooring. Have a wonderful rest of your evening, everybody. Your final one more time, 73-59. Beaver Dam.